What if trust had not been broken? What if brotherhood had survived? What if Floki, the boat builder, the visionary, the devout, never betrayed the man he once called a brother, Ragnar Lothbrok? In the mist of Kattegat, where gods whisper and kings rise and fall, the course of history turned when Floki, driven by pain, faith, and inner conflict, chose to murder Athelstan, the Christian monk who had become Ragnar's sole friend. That moment fractured something sacred. It shattered Ragnar's faith in Floki. But what if he never did it? What if Floki had resisted the darkness? Let us dive into an alternate path, a path where loyalty wins over vengeance, where love outweighs dogma, and where the Norse world takes an entirely different shape. In this version of history, Floki watches Athelstan closely. He is still tormented by the monk's influence over Ragnar, by what he sees as a threat to their gods, their culture. But he does not act. Instead, Floki turns inward, seeking strength from the gods. He chooses not to kill Athelstan, but to challenge him spiritually, through debate, ritual, and prophecy. Ragnar notices the shift. He sees a more reflective Floki, one still troubled, but not poisoned by jealousy. Ragnar, in return, invests more in the relationship between Floki and Athelstan, even bringing them together during key voyages, forcing their worlds to collide, not with steel, but with words. Slowly, a strange respect grows between the two men. Athelstan continues to struggle with his identity, but now he has Floki as a constant mirror. Hostile, yes, but honest. Their rivalry gives Ragnar clarity. He becomes a bridge between faiths, a king of dual worlds. With Athelstan alive and Floki still in Ragnar's favor, the Paris campaign unfolds differently. There is no silent betrayal, no poisoned hearts. Floki builds ships greater than ever before. His loyalty fuels his creativity. The siege begins with unity, not resentment. Athelstan becomes a spiritual advisor, not just to Ragnar, but to Lagertha, Bjorn, and even Rollo. He reminds them of the bigger picture, of the empire they could build, not just raid. Ragnar, inspired by the harmony, strategizes not only to conquer Paris, but to hold it. Instead of faking his death to enter the city, Ragnar leads openly, with Floki and Athelstan at his side. Together, they combine Norse cunning with Christian diplomacy. The gates of Paris open with fewer losses. The city, impressed by this pagan king and his diverse court, negotiates terms with him. Emperor Charles, conflicted and cautious, offers tribute, hostages, and trade agreements. The Frankish princess is still offered, but not as a pawn, this time as a strategic bridge between cultures. Back in Kattegat, Aslaug feels the power shift. She grows wary, not of Athelstan, but of Lagertha and Ragnar, rekindling their bond through shared leadership. Bjorn, witnessing this unity, begins to rise not just as a warrior, but as a leader shaped by three influences: his mother, his father, and Athelstan's compassion. He begins to envision a Viking kingdom not built on raids alone, but on diplomacy and trade. Floki, meanwhile, is celebrated. He becomes high priest of a new spiritual order, one that tolerates other faiths, but fiercely honors the old gods. His decision not to kill Athelstan earns him respect across all factions. When King Ecbert hears of Paris falling without betrayal, he grows fearful. He can no longer manipulate Ragnar through religious division. England's future is no longer assured. As Ragnar ages, he begins preparing for a peaceful transition. With Floki still close and Athelstan still alive, the succession talks become less bloody. Ivar is still born, but without Floki's betrayal and Aslaug's unchecked influence, Ragnar is more present. Instead of chaos among his sons, Ragnar builds a council of leadership, Bjorn, Ubbe, and even a reformed Rollo, who now sees strength in loyalty over ambition. But fate is never simple. The gods are never silent. When Athelstan eventually dies, naturally and in peace, Ragnar holds him, mourning not just a friend, but the dream of unity he represented. Floki conducts his funeral, tearfully acknowledging that he had once thought of killing this man. It is a moment of healing that echoes across all of Scandinavia. Ragnar still seeks answers, but not through sacrifice. He travels to Wessex with open hands. Ecbert, sensing Ragnar's strength, plays his game more carefully. In this timeline, Ragnar does not walk into a death trap, but a summit. He returns to Kattegat alive, and the legend of Ragnar Lothbrok grows, not through martyrdom, but through transformation. His sons inherit not just axes, but ideas. They raid less and rule more. The Viking Age still thunders across Europe, but now it speaks many tongues, and all of it because Floki chose faith over fear.